Thursday.
Hey,
Tap in.
is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody out there?
Is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank.
And Christina
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank.
And Christina
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's when we can kick
every Tuesday.
Everything is going
every
down.
Thursday.
They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, Roy Anthony
Every
Show. It's
Tuesday.
during the week, homie. The Roy
Every
Anthony
Thursday.
Show. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Come on and get a
Tap in.
Oh, we gotta
Tap
talk.
in.
What you listening to? The Roy Anthony
Every
Show. Come on
Tuesday.
and kick it with us. The Roy Anthony
Every
Show.
Thursday.
It's going down, homeboy. The Roy Anthony Show.
Tap in.
Big Hank, we getting it. What you think? It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy.
Oh, let me start it over. What it do? What it do? What it do? Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. It's a pleasure being back in the house. I had to send somebody this little link. They had asked me like, "Hey, you gonna be on the show?" And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna send this to them right quick and stuff." So if they want to come on, it'll give them time and stuff. But anyway, I'm Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show with my co-host, co-host, Big Hank, coming live from Long Beach, and then our the finest beautiness that we have is Miss Christina Carter, which is coming from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Carl said, "Hello, Roy. What's up with you, Carl? How you doing, man?" We're coming live from the Woe Entertainment, which was created by Richie King, co-creator Goose, along with our social producers Blue Phoenix and Nathan and a couple of several other more. I always go through that, don't I? And stuff. Dean Earth said, "Hey, Roy, what's up with you, Dean? Man, pleasure seeing everybody coming in." Despite when we all go through different things in our lives, the Woe Entertainment, and when I say this, because sometimes some people have personal outlooks and you have different people that be at odds. When the whole concept of like the Woe Entertainment, for example, it was created to bring awareness to a lot of our veterans who commit suicide. And I've been knowing about this and aware of this for the past 3 or 4 years. I'm an advocate for the military. I did sign selective service. They didn't want me to be in the military branch that I went for when I was a teenager as an Air Force. And since I didn't want to join the Army and Navy, they sent me to college. And next thing you know, I got a little, sidetracked. WOA is a great organization. And and Roy Anthony, most people know I grew up from the hoods, but tried to better myself up, especially when you have a mother like my own. And different cats in the neighborhoods was pushing me. And then I started realizing that, and it's not just a black thing. It's not just a white thing. It's not Latino, age, no. It's, to me, it's first a God thing to an American thing. I can't speak for other countries and everything. I don't know their how their democracy, or if they have communism. I don't know. I'm not into situations like, um, what is this country? How are they taxing their money system? What's their judicial system like? Because I'm too busy working on our judicial system here. You see, depression, which is what this is part two about depression. What is depression? And are you suffering from depression? One of the key things that when people commit suicide is because there's a lingering depression. Yeah, depression seems, I always define depression as a continuous sadness. You don't want to be around nobody. You think that your opinions don't matter. You think that you don't look good for everybody. You think that you should be um, like this person or that person. Why is life affecting you this way? Um, they said that the way it should be, work to make your yard better before you worry about anything else. And that's right. We're gonna get on that too, Dean. I was just talking to somebody about somebody trying to pull out a little piece of toothpick out of my eye, and they got a big old pirate plank hanging out of their eye. But see, in this, there are some people don't have the same makeup and DNA get downs that I have, or that you might have. Some things I've seen guys try to commit suicide because a girlfriend or a woman is leaving them, and they can't see their world without that person. Where me, I think that's one of the, I can't call for what it is because it doesn't affect me. I've always had my own crib. I'm always have make my own money. I can't build myself to where, hey, if this person left me and it's no fixing and no understanding, I'm definitely not going to be stalking them. I ain't going to jail because of no love, except for love of my family. You try to mess with my family or something, but I'm not going to throw my life away because of I this person left me. My heart is broken. Why you think them slow songs they talk about it? Get over it. Sometimes we have a death in our family who's real close to that person, or someone who's associated with you, and it. I've been in a situation where my older brother was murdered. Him, his wife, and two kids. It's one of the most gruesome murders in St. Louis. You can look it up. No one asked me how it felt, and what was the trip is that he died. He died in '98. He got murdered in '98 with my two nephews, my sister-in-law, and the perpetrator died on the scene. And January 27th, 2000, as I was celebrating my brother's death, it'd been 2 years, driving from work, tearing up. I get home. Later on that evening, I get a call. My father then had a heart attack and dies on Dooney's birthday. Oh, now I never got to meet my father because my father was in Pelican Bay all my life. He was being released 30 days before his passing. And didn't see it coming. I got depressed because all my life I wanted to meet my father. So I fell into a tequila bottle. The company had told me I was working for an engineer firm in downtown LA. They told me to take as much days as I need. And every morning when I had made my mind, I'm going on to work, I'm getting out of here, I would find myself falling into a tequila bottle because I couldn't think that I could stand with the regular mind that I have I'm gonna bring in our co-star. I'm bringing Big Hank right quick. I see Kamal Bradshaw, my man, on ones in the background too. What's up with you, Big Hank? How you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. How you doing, loved one?
I'm doing great, man. I was just talking about a time when I got depressed,
Yeah,
and my father had died in Pelican Bay, and he died on my brother's birthday, who was murdered 2 years prior with his wife and two kids.
yeah.
And my company had gave me, told me to take as many days as I can, that I needed.
Hmm.
And every day, even though they told me that Friday or Monday, when I'm getting up, I felt like I couldn't go with this mindset. So let me take a hit of this tequila.
Hmm.
And then I would find myself drinking the tequila till I didn't want to go nowhere
Yeah.
because I'm still lingering that my father died in Pelican Bay on my brother's birthday, who was murdered.
Damn.
And it's ringing, and it
Yeah.
kept ringing. It got to the point, it was so hard, everyone, that you, I, I kept on, I switched jobs. I was walking across the Delamo Bridge down there by where you get on at the Green Line station, Big Hank,
Yeah, I'm
and
listening.
off that LA River.
Yeah.
And every day for like 3 weeks, it was pounding my head to jump off that bridge because it felt like I had a buzzard's feather stuck in my butt. That everything I tried to do seemed like it did not
Yeah.
want to work. I
Right.
don't know if anybody ever been through that. It seems like every move you make is just a
Cause you in
failure.
the cause you in
Man,
the wrong mind. You in the wrong mind frame. So
that
ain't
part.
nothing gonna work right.
And every day as I'm walking across this bridge, I hear the bridge say, you might as well figure out what this other life is like.
Yeah.
You might as well figure, you might as well, you ain't no good over here.
Yeah.
It was pounding my head that I even
Wow.
started imagining myself in the other world. How can
Mm.
I get past God to forgive me for complaining? And it's like a heartbeat, like a drum in my ear. Boo, boo,
Yeah.
boo. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And it got
Yeah.
to the point, I see our other co-star in the house. You ready to come in, Miss Uniqueness? I see her looking and stuff. Was you ready to come in, Miss Uniqueness? Well, she got that look on her face. She ain't gonna even know I brought her. It looked like she was stuck in the background.
Yeah. She was stuck.
So she'll wave at me when she's ready to come in. We got
Yeah.
my man on one from Compton who's in the background. We're gonna be bringing him in after we get through. I want to bring this up. Some people say, "Hey, are you ready to come in, Miss Uniqueness?" Okay, she's back in the back. It's our other co-star. How you doing, Miss Uniqueness?
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's
Oh, we
happening?
doing
What's
great.
happening? This uniqueness?
What's good? What's good?
You
Yes,
know,
you already know.
you know.
You.
Yeah, it was on this part too about this about depression. So some people always can talk about what they're going through, but sometimes we got to figure out how do we solve it? How do we get out of that? It's so easy to tell somebody is. Um, I was talking to Brendan Peters because I guess he was came in Tuesday, and I understood that y'all had a good conversation, and he was
We
bringing
did.
it down to me, and it's like he said, "Oh, I just tell him to get over it." Well, it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Because if you know Brendan has a plus overpowered spirit. His aura is way up. I call myself high self esteem, but he can talk to anybody with sandals on.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
He doesn't care. Some people is worried about how they sound. How do they
Mm-hmm.
look in front of you? How do I appear to you? And there's no confidence.
Yeah.
Mr. Meekness, I'm gonna say, for example, when you first came on, you kind of didn't know when you first started. You didn't know kind of like, hey, now you got a comfortability to it.
Oh yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I,
Oh yeah. She
I
run the whole
read.
show.
I actually went back to the very first show that I did, and it was like I was in the closet, like I ain't finna say shit. I ain't finna say nothing. They don't say nothing to me. I ain't saying nothing to them. But the growth as time progressed and stuff, and I started seeing my growth. Like, okay,
Yeah,
now I can just throw it. It's just a second nature, so to say. Now,
that's
like if you
good.
hit me with Miss Nick, I need you to do this. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
She
I got
been
you.
right there. It's
Yes, sir.
true soldier, and I appreciate it because I've been watching you grow.
Yes.
Sometimes people don't know. I used to have comics who say, "Hey, can I be on your comedy show?" And I said, "Well, how much time do you do?" "Oh, I'm only good for 10 minutes. I done made my mind. I'm gonna give you 15.
Yeah.
Come up when you see the light. Because when you practice, and Hank, you a football field is 100 yards from end zone to end zone.
Yes,
And
sir.
so when you practice, he don't just practice from 50 yard to the end zone. You got to practice through that whole field.
Yes, sir.
And if you run, just because he ain't going to run 20 times across that field in practice, he's preparing himself in case he have to. Am I correct?
Correct.
When you go a little bit farther than what you trying to accomplish.
Correct.
So I looked at you, Miss Uniqueness. I got some stuff, man. Matter of fact, so people say, how did you get out of your depression? One, you got to try to think positive.
You got to. And you
Listen,
got to go and you got to go do something.
you got to do something.
Yeah, you
You got
can't
to
sit
go do
there. You
something.
can't. You can't throw pity parties for
Yeah.
yourself. You
'Cause-
can't expect that you out of other people either. So you got to be the first thing. You got to make the first move,
That's right.
regardless. You got to make the first move.
But Miss Uniqueness, he left me and I can't go on.
Like it's a sign God you want to do it God you all the times and you've been ignoring it. So sometimes things have to happen to like you ain't finna do it on your own, so you gotta get the help. So
Yeah.
something dramatic has to happen for you to wake up and it has to be done.
Well,
I only can
nobody
speak for
likes, yeah, but I think nobody likes the feeling of transition because people don't understand is that fear is just an emotion and a part of your imagination of something you can't control to happen. That's what fear is. It's just an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're going through a transition, it's the fear of the unknown.
That's what that is.
You don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to. Dean said right here. He said start small. One minor job. He said one minor job completed will turn into many jobs. Wait a minute. Too many jobs completed. Find something that gets you out of your head and do that every day. And you know what? And that's just what we all saying.
Yes, yeah,
But
that's the
guess
thing.
what? Some people find it so hard.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
have to go outside, let me tell you, this is what I do. Can I show y'all something that I like that take me out of depression when I see something like this? Now I've been knowing Big Hank. He doesn't even know I got this because we ain't released, but I I can be cool with around Big Hank. And so when I see this and it make you say, man, look what he go through, but he can still come down there to Memphis, Tennessee, right?
I know y'all grew up like I did, when motherfucker sneezing around you, Hachoo. God bless you. Gesundheit. Let a motherfucker sneeze in here right now. See what the fuck. I bet you Gesundheit ain't gonna be what the fuck come out your word, out your motherfucking mouth. Hachoo, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? Shit. You must got it. You must got it. You must got the shit. You must got it. You must got it. Had my homeboy fucked up, right? My homeboy called me up. He said, hey, I think I got it. I said, nigga, don't call me. Nigga, call the doctor. Shit, I can't do nothing. I can't help you. Shit, call the doctor. So he called the doctor up. He said, Doc, I think I got it. So the doc said, well, come on down here to the office, man. We run a few tests and see what the problem is. So my homeboy go down there and take the test. As soon as he take the doc called him in the office. My homeboy all nervous. He getting off. He said, damn, doc, what is it? Do I got it? The doc say, relax, man. I just, have a seat. And I want to be the first one to inform you that you got the HIV, you got the AIDS. My homeboy said, woo! Damn, thought I almost had it. I thought I had it.
I had to show that clip.
Thank you, man. Thanks, man.
Hey, now, I see how
Thank
that has made us laugh.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I be telling people, look, I was watching my part of the comedy show. I started laughing because I didn't know that I was teasing Big Hank. I said, Big Hank says the N-word so much, I don't get to say it.
You said it 1,000 times. That nigga said, nigga, 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 nigga. I said, that nigga singing it. That nigga was singing it. You was a cold piece of work on that one.
Hey, man, hey. And you know what? And bringing that up, sometimes in depression, we hear stuff, we see stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you what's depressing. It's that I've been under attack by someone at my company that I was previously working for until Tuesday. Over stuff that apparently has been said on our podcast. We're not goofballs. We're not none of that. I'm not going to bring the names up. I haven't been bringing them name up, and I'm a bigger man than that. Because and I'm hoping that they're watching it now, because somebody took one of our shows and dissected it. For every minute or some second, it said he said this at this minute and this second, and said this at this time, and it got to the point that it was like, oh yeah, he came on the show at one of the cars at the can't have lunch, just breaking it down. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say nothing. This person dissected my show while they at work.
Right. Yeah.
And it was stuff that we said last week. Now, and I'm being honest, and I'm gonna say this again. Dean and them, hey, I have respect for every person. Until you don't respect me. I said it's hard for me. I be wanting to listen to former President Trump's views, but it's hard for me to listen to him when I see Confederate flags and nooses hanging around.
Yeah.
That does not seem united to me like a United States of America. No. This seems like the 4-year country Confederate that was beat in the Civil War. Now you're telling me I shouldn't say nothing about it. So when you tell me make America great again, which I think that is for all of us, but you tell me to go back, or once you find your country, then I say, okay, well, if we go, we're gonna take all our inventions. You gotta give us that.
Yeah.
You know, and so someone got butthurt because of that. And you know what? I started finding, I want to apologize to you, Christina, to you, Big Hank, to all our viewers of the War Entertainment and everything, because I started putting constraints on myself and I was being selfish. I'm a stand-up comedian. I never have inhibitions to anything that I say.
Right.
But I start putting constraints on because I'm concerned about what these people is doing for me and I'm using for us.
Right.
Now, I can't keep it more real than anything. Mr. Ness said, it's so sad when people are jealous of us. I mean, it started with Cain and Abel. We can't be surprised.
Yeah.
We got my partner on one in the background coming from Compton. I'm going to bring him in. I'm mute your mic, man, before I bring you in and stuff. On one. Now, I just seen his head in the back. Things that Big Hank, you was in a and we all three can say we've been through some very dramatic situations.
Woo!
You had a gun cocked that was about to shoot you in the head, and it didn't go off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you ran and you didn't even get shot. You could have been like on the 5 heartbeats and got shot in the oh, my good leg. Wow, oh, my bad leg. But you was able to get through.
Yes, sir.
And you're here today. Now,
only God.
Let me tell y'all something. When I tell people, when you're reading the book goes through the pages and time is within seconds and minutes of your reading.
Yeah.
It's nothing like when you're going through that life
Right.
at that moment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What type of the fear and whatever you was living with at that time? You didn't just go to the you just jumped in the car and got away from a guy's gun. I know you didn't go to the party the next night like, yeah.
Shit. No. Matter of fact,
His head.
I was hiding out. Shit, I was hiding out, man. I thought that nigga was still gonna try to get me.
See, that's my point. Your focus is on what dude did. Hey,
Yeah.
on one, turn your mic, unmute your mic so we can bring you in, bro. He's still unmute your mic, bro, so we can bring you in. I ought to bring him just like he is right now. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey man, mute your mic. He don't even know he's on. Unmute your mic, bro. Yeah, we got you on. He got one of them. Your phone got your face looking wrong.
Gotta unmute his mic.
Unmute your mic, bro.
We having technical difficulties on the
Oh,
mic.
okay. All right. Well, you had it on. Yeah. What's up with you on one? How you doing, bro?
I can't. Y'all probably can hear me, but I can't hear y'all.
What's
Yeah.
up on one?
We can hear you. We can
This
hear
nigga
you.
done put me in the show. Oh shit.
You-
I can't hear nothing.
Hey, we're gonna take you. I'm gonna take you out until you come back in. Yeah. I'm gonna let you fix, turn it off and come back in.
Mm-hmm.
And so we could hear you. He couldn't hear us. People be calling all over the US. I got a list of people wants to come in, and he was like, hey, man, Roy, I've been wanting to come in on your show. I want people to understand when you hear us talking, we feel comfortable enough to say whatever. Don't feel inadequate because Big Hank says words one way, Roy Anthony say words one way. You can ask Redneck Pimp. He comes in here, he talks. It doesn't affect. Dean has been. I love Dean's commentary. Dean listens, and he's up there in the Ohio area, right?
Yeah.
He listens and he agrees his commentary. And what I like about him is he's not ashamed what he got to say.
Yes, sir.
Miss Uniqueness, I've seen your strength. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're going through something, but it seems like you even grew stronger personally
Yeah.
since you came on because you got stuff off your chest and made people confront them demons.
Yeah.
Oh, did she want to say something? Because your mic is muted.
I
Yeah,
just
they.
say, yeah, I got to, because when you do that, you don't know who you helping. And it's a reason for you to say some things that you don't even realize you're saying because it's people that are watching that you aren't aware of. And they don't come out in the forefront, but we say stuff that some people are scared to say. Or they want to say it, but they don't know how to put it in words. So we
And
are
that would make
gifted
a
with the
person. Do you think what you
speak.
just said would make a person feel isolated? That they, if since they don't know to open up, then they feel like they're by themselves in this.
Yeah, I'm one of those. And see, sometimes, like I said, I can't speak on nothing that I ain't been through. I've been one of the ones that didn't have a voice, was stuck behind 4 walls, had a lot to say, but didn't know how to say it, or was worried about what somebody would say the way I relate to things. So it's a lot of people out there just like me. So if I could come out and be able to, however it's come out, it's gonna come out. People can make it into whatever they want to make it to. But the main point is you getting it out and not have
Exactly.
everything bottled up inside of you. So everybody got a voice, whether it's silent or not. They got it.
And that's a good point. I wanted to say something about, especially about the depression, because I went through depression real bad when I lost my daughter. I think I was in it for about a year, man. I wasn't talking I wasn't answering the phone. I wasn't trying to go out. I wasn't trying to see nobody. I was trying to figure out why what happened. And and what I can speak on is if you stay in it, you gonna stay in it. You got to come and get out of it. You gotta get out of it because if you stay down in it, that's what you're gonna be, man. You're gonna be down in it, and you ain't gonna come up out of it, and it's gonna get dark in there, and it's gonna get ugly, and then you gonna get ugly to people. You understand me? And I went through it, man. I went through it, man. That's why I really want to. I always give my wife the most props I can, because she dealt with me through that time, and I was very difficult to deal with, man. I didn't even like me then. You dig? So, depression, man, it worked on me too, man. I had lost weight. I had everything, man. It was a trip. But I'm out of it. I come out of it. Now, every now and then you can find your, because if you've been there once or twice, whatever, it's easier to go back. So what you can catch yourself slipping back, and you gotta, no, I ain't going back there, man. So you gotta stay up out of, you gotta get up out of it. You can't, you can't stay in it. You gotta make yourself get up out of it. You gotta go. Yeah.
Just like I like what Dean said. Dean said here that an old guy told me one time, quote, "I never learned anything from someone I agreed with," unquote. Not that we disagree, but we have different views on things, and we can both learn from each other. Hey, look, Dean, don't you know that's the main thing about this show? Me and Big Hank decided. Look, we wanted to be where we even before we came through the Woe Entertainment, me and Big Hank was doing this out in Orange County. And we said we wanted to be where we can even have guests like from the KKK or the
Proud Boys or whoever.
Anybody, right? Because we're not having a confrontation with them. We just want to talk with you.
Having a conversation.
How would I know what you represent and only what the media tells me? Proud Boys seemed like it's ran by Latino guys. I was like, I thought it was just a white thing. It seemed Latinos with last names in it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I seen a black dude as one of the Proud Boys.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't know. We tend to look at what the media. I don't want to be a perpetrator and say, well, what the media said. I don't know the people. I want to get to know them. Like when they said Antifa. Well, I knew that they was anti-fascist people, but what is anti-fascist is that they don't agree with the government. Does that make us that as well? Because sometimes I don't agree with the government.
Go, man.
So does that make me an anti-fascist person? I don't want to be isolated to a group. I'm not a Black Lives Matter, because Black lives do matter along with white lives, Latino lives, everybody's lives matter. I'm trying to be an RN. I ain't gonna kill you and let none die unless you're trying to hurt me and my family.
When you told me to come and do the show Tuesday, I was like shocked that you did, because I was in a dark place. I had myself centered in a hole, because I was letting life tear me up, with everything that's going on, like with my son and stuff and kids, everyday living. And when you're a single mom, you go through things like that. So when you told me to do that, that was I wasn't gonna come on the show that day. But when you said that, I was like, okay, that means I got to do something. It's something that I need to do, something that needs to be said. So when I come on this show, it's like a therapy session for me to release whatever it is. And it just so happened that your subject that day was about depression. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay.
That's stand-up comedy too. We use the comedy. Don't you know I use stand-up comedy and stuff? Sometimes I'd even think timing had to be where I had to let the people laugh, because sometimes I was using so therapeutically that I'm just going to get breaks. I'm going through stuff, and we still through. But guess what? We want people who is going through these to just look here, hold on. Every day is different. I don't want to sound cliche or whatever, I don't like sounding like that. Like tomorrow, tomorrow, every day. I don't want to do that. But what don't kill you makes you stronger, and don't kill yourself.
Like, we gotta stop making excuses for why we want to stay in that place. If you're doing the same thing that you're doing every day and nothing's changing, you got to regroup. If you jumping across the puddle all the time and you end up falling in the damn puddle, try to skip across the damn puddle. Come up with something else and stop trying to blame everybody else for why you can't come out on top. You
Well, you
are.
sound like.
So
I'm
I
sorry,
don't know.
Christine. Go ahead.
I just
You,
got to speak on my behavior
yeah.
because I go through things and I be like, I can minister to everybody else, but if I can't reach myself, then how the hell I'm expect to reach somebody else? So I got to believe in what I'm saying myself in order to be as strong minded to reach somebody else.
Okay, now you're on
So
a personal, so people looking from a general point, especially as a single mother and a mother with teenage kids, and and I think you, what, in your light 30s yourself or something, you
I'm
know.
36.
Well, that's still light 30s, you know. But I'm
Yeah.
saying is, um, I can see that on a personal end part. But, but before I'm saying move on, I'm going to say Dean has said that's why he's here, because I told him I love his opinions. Ramonda Robinson, that is coming from Olathe, Kansas, said the real way to deal with depression is a lot of prayer and self-healing. Well,
That's true.
that's true in too if you have that faith system. See, okay, let's put yourself as a military person. You're in the military, you don't have no, you don't seem like you have a future, you got a course halfway concern. Okay, you got to think here. They can mute your stuff sometimes when it gets loud with your cars.
Uh,
Mute your phone sometimes when you see a car going by.
gotcha. All right.
Somebody's we couldn't. I could. They said they can't hear
I was
us.
trying to hear you. I couldn't hear it. It got loud. You're right. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
And it wasn't
it's
a
all
car.
right. They
It
know
was a
that you
it
coming
was a
live from.
helicopter. It was a
Oh,
helicopter.
oh, ghetto bird. Okay, that's
Yeah.
different. Um, Look, man, what do you tell someone, Big Hank, like yourself? You went to college. You was a teenager. You still got Similac on your breath.
Yeah.
You can feel that you've grown because you got a lot of stuff going on for you than your typical 18-year-old,
Yeah.
but you're still young to it. Because if you had the mindset that you have now and was able to go back in them years and keep your same mindset right now at 18, would you do it any different?
Hell yeah.
I don't, I'm not, I know it. I had to
Hell
ask you
yeah.
that question. I had
Hell
to ask
yeah.
that question. So when we deal with the military, our veterans, they're 18, they go over here. You teaching them kill, kill, kill. Listen to us. This man's going to tell you who to kill and all that. No questions asked, because you don't have no time to be asking questions on the battlefield.
Right.
Time to ask questions when you're on the way home. If bullets is whizzing past you, the last thing you need to be doing is asking questions.
That is not the time to be asking questions.
It is not the time. You're
Hey
busy
man, how fast did that bullet go by?
training. They done told you if anybody you gonna listen to this person, that person there. We don't have no time for confusion, because
Yeah.
confusion will get us killed.
Yes, sir.
So now you're out here. You don't even have the time to find out, well, what are we fighting for?
Yeah.
You know about the war. We fighting them. Just get ready to go when we tell you. Okay. So you do this and you do this and and now you make up in your mind what I'm fighting for. We're doing it because of this. We're doing it for that. We're having freedom for all. We're American soldiers. We can't let that come to our land. You feel me?
Yeah.
So now you out there fighting for 4 to 6 years. Some people have made a life of it out there 8, 10 years. Remember, that's why I like my man, the guitar dad, heavy metal dad. He's talking about that time when he woke up on the beach but naked. He was way out in some country in a military. Now you come back. You come back. You to serve in your country. You doing everything you supposed to do, feeling like, hey, I'm meaning something. You come back and you got this bureaucracy stuff going on. You got cops now militarized to kill your own citizens and come on them hard. You know, you got the judicial system. You got racial strife going on where you thought this stuff would have been solved in the mid-70s.
Yeah.
I thought police was going to back up after we was able to videotape them beating Rodney King.
Yeah.
It got worse. You had a knee in your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Families getting calls saying that your kids died, your loved one died in a car accident to find out he been beat to death. What you said? What's
By
this?
the police.
1770. Hey, man, look here. We want the United States. Okay, look here. I like hot sauce on fried chicken. When you don't like hot sauce on fried chicken, that shouldn't make me. I don't look at you. What? You don't like hot sauce on fried chicken? How would you? What do you say to that comment, Big Hank? Be real. You and I'm like we both. And you, Christina, you got your point. We all getting 3 fried chickens.
Yeah.
And I use hot sauce.
Yeah.
You may use Thousand Islands or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever.
Man, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your taste buds?
I'll say don't knock it till you try it. Don't knock it till you try it. That's all I can say. Don't knock it till you try it.
Without what, mayo? You use hot sauce and you use mayo.
I'll be like, man, mind your own business, man. Stay up out of mine. That's what you better do. Mind yours. Yeah.
Whatever
mind your business. Yes, sir.
These are advices. What you're saying is advices that I want our neighbors to hear, that sit up there and concern themselves with somebody else's making you feel inadequate about something you're doing.
Mind your business. Yes, sir.
Mind your business.
My granddaddy would always say, "What you eat don't make me shit." That's what she always say. So,
and she was right. And she was right.
Right.
She right about that. Yes, sir.
What I want to get us into. Let's keep it real. What do we give a person who is depressed? Because sometimes depression is caused by somebody else.
You got to watch your circle. You got to change your circle of people who you hang around, because that could be depressing too. Well, I had to learn that.
I got some black women who said that their husbands belittled them. Do they go get a divorce?
You got to work. Work if that's the last resort. Some people ain't equally.
It seems to me, if you've been belittled verbally, it's physically abusive. That's a mental.
That's abuse. That's abuse.
Just
what
like
she need to go do. What she need to go do is go get her brothers and get that nigga. If she got some brothers, she need to go get her brothers and check that nigga.
But see, some people, and that's the other thing, Big Hank. You got some people who know that they're abused by someone else, but yes, they feel like they're inadequate to be with somebody else. That's why I feel that's a form of depression as well.
They ain't tired yet. They ain't get hit hard enough. They ain't get hit long enough.
Nobody ain't gonna like me like you like me.
Right.
He showed me attention. This one dude had me laughing.
That's another form. That's another form of low self-esteem too.
That's my point. It's these categories that fall under depression. We got to touch upon the points that everyone can feel adequate, because I've seen women, like this one comic said, he had me crying laughing though. It wasn't funny though, but it was, because he said his girl was telling her girlfriend, "Girl, you need to leave him." And she said, "He loves me." He said, "Hit you in the head with a hammer." She said, "But he didn't hit me with the claw part." That's how I know.
That's how I know he really loved me, because he didn't try to kill me. He just tried to bust me upside my head.
When you were making up excuses.
Yeah. Look at Miss Uniquely. She like, no way, not the claw.
She probably done heard somebody go through that.
I had some dumb moments. I ain't gonna lie. But what happens after he whooped your ass? What happened after that?
Yeah.
He may lay the pipe down for a minute, but it's more to a relationship than laying the pipe down, than laughing and talking, especially when he beating your ass. And I don't give a damn. I had to learn.
Hey, that's what. Look
That's
here, I've seen women making up excuses, and I've seen some dudes do the same thing of why he had to hit me.
Yeah.
And if you start questioning yourself why he had to hit me or why she had to hit me, then guess what?
Yeah.
It ain't nothing you are doing. You're just making it. If you don't address it, you just made it where she wants to hit you more and more.
Yep.
because
I
he
had
know you
a,
ain't gonna hear
I
or she
dated a
know you.
lady one time, and I had to leave it alone. She would get real physical. I don't hit women, and so we was over McDonald's. We was sitting there one day eating some pancakes from Tom's hamburger joint. You know, they get the 3 pancakes, all that, and I had went out, and now we weren't even living together. She wanted to know where I was. She done came over to my house to figure out where I was that night. So I said, well, that's not really your concern. I'm not married to you. And while I went to go get me a fork full of pancakes, this is why I don't eat pancakes to this day. She baked me an eye like, bah!
Why?
And I was like, I seen that flash bulb and stuff, and I'm like,
Again.
did you just hit me? It took a minute. It took a minute for me to realize, right? I seen the flash bulb, you know, that, and I was like, did you just hit me? And she was standing up there, whoop, whoop. And man, so a rage came in me because now I'm like, forget these pancakes, I'm through them. And like, right. And now she's on the ground like this. The scene is now she's there up against the stairs, like, oh, and I'm like, wait a minute. I ain't hit you with none of that.
All you got is a little syrup on you. You just got a little syrup on you. That's all. A little pancake syrup on you. That's all.
I said to myself, if I stay in something like this, I told this is not going to work for me. When it gets physical,
Yeah.
she tried, you know what she told me? I'm sorry, my emotions got caught up. I won't do that again. I know you ain't going to do it again because I ain't going to
Cause I ain't gonna be here for you to do it again. I ain't gonna have my left eye sitting out there again for you to hit it like that.
Or treat me like Al Green. I'll be up there sleeping. Next thing you know, grits and stuff is poured up on me because look, I'm try my man again. This is a true story. This is what I tell people. I'm very concerned with people who got low self-esteem or if you insecure. One of my cousins, best friend at work, had been telling his wife. Now his wife was very, very insecure. She was jealous about anything. So the husband kept telling his wife that his cousin is coming in town. She done fixed up a room for his cousin. His wife done fixed up a room and everything, right? Okay. While she was at work, one of her friends calls her and say, girl, you need to get home. I seen your husband out there with this woman all hugged up. The woman, what? Not my husband. Girl, he's right here in front of the house. She driving back there. She sees them, but she doesn't pull up and confront it. She goes on to the back. See them done hug, they laugh and joking right in front of the house. She goes to the back of the house, gets her gun, comes out, shooting at both of them. Strikes her husband twice in the chest to find out that's his first cousin.
Damn.
Now she was trying to, oh, gee, don't leave, don't. Your insecurity. Now, guess what? Depression seeped up on this lady. Because for one, you let your emotions overrun your better judgment. Then you enacted something that now all of a sudden you ain't good for nothing right now. You know, I'm gonna bring one way in. I see him in the back. What's up, man? Now you got
What's up, brother, man? How you doing?
You got it, man. We had you at one time and stuff, and it seemed like I was stuck in McDonald's drive-through, and you was going back.
Yeah, nah. The audio went out, bro, and we got stray dogs. You know what I'm saying? I had to come get something to eat. You know, I didn't get the dogs all my food. You know, but I'm in live and clear, but I'ma just put in my input like this. You know, the term kick you when you're down. I ain't solved the whole problem, but you got to get around positive vibes when you're depressed, bro. Because if you stay in that corner with these motherfuckers that want to see you depressed, and they really on some what's that? Mortal Kombat. You know, y'all a little older than me, but that Mortal Kombat finishing. So you do got to get out of that corner, man, because black people like Harriet Tubman. I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, fun fact. Harriet Tubman said I could have freed more slaves than if they didn't know they were slaves. So basically, with that being said, man, black people hate black people. So when you depressed, you know, go see your white friends, man. That's positive vibes. Hey, my dad got a job, and you can use my Kaiser card and go to the thing. But black person, they gonna try to Joe
Are
Frazier
you
you
trying
in the
to say?
corner.
Are
You
you
feel me?
trying to say that? Yeah, I think like this. I don't think that it's particular race or something, you know, because we see as
That shit
black
was funny.
that America's makes it depressing. But any positive outlook can be depressing. I want to bring up a statement you just said about us a little bit older, dude. I
I
like
was
not
gonna
to
say something too. Let's
That's right.
Oh my
say, nigga, your hair way grayer than mine, nigga. I don't know how you think you look younger than me, nigga.
I know, ain't that right? I just didn't get a haircut. I
It's
need
all
to tap
good
Man,
in
though.
boy,
with
it
my
look
nigga,
like
but
you've
it's
been
all
playing the
good.
saxophone last night down on Bill Street.
That's right. Well, I don't know the ages. I'm just going off of me.
It's all
Yeah, no, I
good.
know, man. But you know what? I like what you said, and that's what everyone says. Stand with the
Yeah,
positive.
That's right.
See,
yeah,
let me tell you something. When you can laugh and tease, you know, because I can be teased because I know that I don't have it 100%.
yeah,
Sometimes we got people that's low self-esteem, still worrying about how they look, how do
yeah.
they face. They come around us. Oh, I've seen a guy tell me, "Oh man, I want to come out, but I don't have no money."
Uh-oh.
So he gets out. So somebody said, "Well, man, I'll buy you a first couple of drinks." Now he's got depressed because he's
Tell him
seeing
to listen.
everybody
All of
balling
them on
around
my
him,
podcast, bro.
and he ain't getting nothing.
I can't
I
hear.
told him, "You should do like I do.
Huh?
If I got 20 or less, I stay my tail at home because really,
I'm on the
I
show.
don't
What
have."
you want me to do? Just turn it down a little bit. I can't hear him. Sorry.
Y'all cruising. Listen, to old school music. See
Yeah.
how they do on the road. And she goes, "This is a conversation."
Man, I need a speaker for this thing.
Hey
Turn
man,
playing.
I'm gonna give you you gonna come in Tuesday because we're gonna have a universal conversation. You gonna come in Tuesday on one?
Tuesday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah, I
send you
will.
the link on Tuesday because we're gonna be wrapping it up and I'm gonna talk with the rest of the co-stars.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. That sounds good.
nice
You about to
Okay,
end the
bro.
show?
What?
Okay,
Hey,
for sure.
what's the name again? One what?
Hey, back in the day we was hanging, he called me on one, but they called me Boozilla, man. You know.
Root
Boozy
Buuzilla.
Bruzilla.
Boozilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boozilla, yeah.
Bruzilla. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey
yeah.
man, yeah. You
Much
wrote this
love,
country
much
now,
love.
huh?
All right, for sure, number one.
Okay, for real,
All right,
bro.
man. Y'all have a blessed day, man. Good
All
talking
right,
You
to
too,
you.
love.
for
All right, you
sure.
too, loved one.
All right.
You too.
Man, Dean can roll with me. Dean and Goose and Redneck Pimp, you know, they can ride with me. We can be all in a limo. You, Big Hank, Christina. But I love Dean's comments. Dean said, if I asked you to go out, I didn't ask you if you had money. Let's go have a good
That's it.
time. One day you'll have it and I won't. Dean,
Period.
that
Them fact.
look here. When Big Hank was going through, now he doesn't know this. We could just imagine, but you can't imagine. But our sympathy and love for him, we all was crying, but nobody didn't want to bother. He was working on songs, he Macalicious, he's part of
Mm-hmm.
the Grimies. Man, him
Mm-hmm.
one time was shooting a commercial, trying to laugh, we couldn't even get through the commercial laughing so hard. But you could see
Yeah.
it. And sometimes it would come in spells.
Mm-hmm.
You talk probably for a week and then you wouldn't talk for about 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't feel like
It,
doing anything.
Yeah.
And I thank God that nobody knows because some people are so selfish about they worried about what we're saying or how it's been said and not saying the story. This man lost someone that's, you know, I don't think no parent wants to bury their child, especially when this society, as ugly as it is, and how it gets, can make somebody feel like they're inadequate to this world. They don't fit in.
Yeah.
And some of y'all will put your foot to someone's neck who you see they going through it.
Yeah.
Some people get a big ass, like they get a whole drive about themselves on somebody else's downfall. And
Exactly, that's because they are low self-esteem. If someone with high self-esteem don't have no time to be trying to bring nobody else to me up with me, down with you.
Yeah. And listen, and if you can live by this model right here, it's not what you say and how you say it, but it's how you say what you're saying.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yes,
for real. Okay, and that's what I try to live by, man. I just try to live by. I can say I love you, but I can say, man, I love you. You know what I mean? Or I can say, baby, I love you. You know what I mean? So it ain't what you say and how you say, it's how you say what you're saying, man.
Yes. And Dean said misery loves company, and that's the main thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I sometimes I have a knack, you know, I have a cousin that every time there was a death in my family, she would be the one calling me to let me know.
Yeah.
So then she say, after about a year, Roy, why you don't take my calls? Because every time I answered, you
the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, on T-Mobile. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear that. You know, send me a text or so every time someone died in our family, Roy. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom does.
It got to the point I don't want to hear you no more.
I be like, Mom, them ain't even your kin people. You just crying and all depressed. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Did you know you died? I said, damn, Mom, we got a whole lot of family members now because everybody, our cousin, our auntie, and all that.
Christina cold-blooded. You say you got all types of family members now, so one died.
Family members I ain't know nothing about, but that's what she does. She'll call you, and then she'll just cry. I'm like, Mom, what's wrong with you? You know he died. We all gotta go. We all gotta go. I'm just
Christina's on it. Christina, you done got too strong.
I'm just saying we gotta go. Is why you want to make yourself so depressed, and you don't even know these people.
Well,
you just heard they died.
But Christina, you know what I was saying that the other day. See, your mother comes in the air where people used to bereave over someone who died. Our society has made it seem like, okay, back when your mother was younger, they bereaved. When somebody found out somebody died, 30 minutes an hour praying for the soul. Nowadays, nah. You're like, hey man, you hear Jimmy died? For real? Yeah. You know the Lakers won last night. It's no sympathy. It's no mourning. You just said it like yourself. Move on. Let's move on. Let's step over the body and let's go on.
It's not it's how she stress herself out. Like, you want to grab a bottle, you want to put one for the homies type thing. And I understand, but some of it is irrelevant.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never understood that pouring out some liquor for the homie because I learned
it gotta be a cheap friend. I wouldn't be wasting money.
One time with Christina, I was with the home down there at it was called the Hollywood Park Casino. Now it's the Soki Stadium. But it came out there and across the street was a liquor store. And so we walked across the street from the Hollywood Park Casino and he went and bought a 40 ounce of some Miller Genuine Draft. So when we was coming out, this lady said, hey, can you lend me $1, get some drink, get some to drink? I just need something to drink right now. And so he said, I give you some of my drink. He said, I ain't tripping. You look like you don't have no coolie. I give you can have some of this 40. She cracked up on the 40 and started pouring some of it out on the ground. And the homie grabbed it. Man, what you doing? She said, I'm pouring some for my dad. I know there's a song about
You just messed your drink up because you poured yours out on the ground. That's it.
I need every bit of that.
Trying to get my drink up.
Christina, you have gotten livelier. Me and Big Hank, I know I've been laughing at Christina. Christina said, "Look, Mama, step over the body. Let's go home."
She's like, get over it, Mama.
I be like that. My day could be going good, and you be like, he died. She done fucked my whole day up. That, cause I had other stuff going on, and I didn't even know these people. She saw probably read in the newspaper or something. I don't know.
In a sympathy, when people are depressed over a loved one, just know I always look at it like God knows what He's doing, because God has control of life and death.
True.
He knows what's going on, and so I can't question it. I don't even question myself why I'm still here. I know one thing while we get wrapping it up. I want people to know, like, you've seen 3 individuals on here that we have all gone through some stuff, and we don't ask nobody for sympathy. We don't ask you to feel sorry for us. Tuesday show may be funny or whatever. I think Tuesday, remember this, y'all, we're teaming up with the Richie King show. Him and Commander. No, his Commander. That's his co-host with. They're having us. We're gonna all compromise with a subject, and what we talk about that day, they're gonna jump on it. That evening. This could have been a good one, because I want our military, our teenagers. Look, sometimes teenagers don't feel inadequate. Look here. Come look for us. We'll figure something out. We'll talk before you think that your life isn't important. Our society can make it seem like they don't care about nobody. Seem like sometimes our society only cares about Trump and here lately Joe Rogan. But don't pay for that. Yeah, because them good people, it's just the demons. Them good people. It's just the demons that's in there that they ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I pride ourselves. What you say, Chris? Unique.
That's how talking to demons in them then.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Joe Rogan said, I got a lot of black friends.
That's what I'm saying. That's the first thing they say. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. I don't think we ever said a derogatory statement against another race since we've been on here. We had a chance. Me and Big Hank had a dude come on comments saying white power, calling us ends, ain't essing it.
Yeah.
We still show love to him.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we had never even called no one. I never said like cracker. I don't even like calling redneck pimp redneck pimp. That's right. His nickname.
Right.
It took him forever to get me to call him redneck pimp because I didn't know if it was derogatory or not.
Right. Right.
Oh, Dean said it right here before we go, y'all. Americans aren't happy unless they're fighting with someone. They need a target to attack so they don't attack themselves. And you know what, Dean? I'm glad you said that before we get off here. I was just saying this. We make up 13.5% of this population. Every time, though, the media purports out one dude doing a crime to make it seem like our whole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? When there's 2,000 crimes going on a day per major city. But yeah, and guess what? Who attacks? People who feel like they should be in control, should be over you. But guess what? They will not. We give our praises to God, and we show each other love. If you're sad and I'm listening to you, guess what? Then when I get home, I'm gonna try to do something make me happy. I would tell anybody this is something I do, y'all. And I know it's gonna sound goofy before we do get off. I know I said this. Whenever I'm feeling down or something, you know what? I will watch a Scooby-Doo movie, the cartoon movie. Come on, for real. One week I binged on the Scooby-Doo movie, Scooby-Doo and the Apprentice.
All right, we had it.
You know, I had to watch something that didn't deal with real life.
Man, you know what I do? It's funny you say that because I watch Andy Griffith. I could watch an Andy Griffith show any time of the day.
That's mine.
Anytime.
Andy Griffith is my go-to. Yeah.
Anytime.
Barney Fife.
Yep. Yes.
Nip it in the butt.
Gomer, all them cats, man.
You know, and you know what? This is a good subject because we just want people to know. Look, this platform was based upon bringing attention. Yes, we talk about things. Sometimes you need to hear about things to talk about, and be able to hear yourself say something. I'm proud of Miss Uniqueness. She have grown. I never knew Big Hank. Me and Big Hank, we knew we was funny, but I never did stand up with him because he was with a legendary comedian, with Ricky Harris. Ricky Harris, big time, and that was his ace coon. So you know what I'm saying, just for us to meet. So we had never worked with each other on our stand up. Then we went to another city and state.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious, bro. I've watched it. I hate to throw that in on you, but it's hilarious. Roy Anthony is crazy. Well, Big Hank is crazy. I'm telling you, I always get to 2, and I think we bring Dean in, let him be the MC. Dean, man, wait till you pay attention more to Dean's Ernie, man.
Yes, sir.
He has an understanding of all of us.
Yeah.
Race, he's a white guy, but look, man, I have nothing but love for him, for real.
Yes, sir.
And it shouldn't be about race or anything. We're Americans.
That's right.
Period.
I'm about to go watch me some Scooby-Doo Prantosaurus movie
because I'm gonna watch me some Andy Griffith and eat me a bowl of cereal.
I'm about to get a honey bun with some chocolate milk.
All right, kid, I'm gone.
All right, man, me too, man. God bless y'all, man.
Love y'all.
For sure.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody
Anthony
out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank.
And Christina
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony